Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Flames Footy Chat with Janko Flames. Let's not hesitate, let's just get stuck into the review of the last round, which was round 7. The first game we had the Roosters away to the Bulldogs, with the Roosters coming up 6-0 in that match, with the only points being scored in the 4th and 5th minute as try and goal. Latrell Mitchell got sin binned in that match for something that I think was not a sin binning. Comment down below if you think it was or not. Then the next game we had the Warriors against the Dragons 1v2. And the Warriors won that match, so now we have no undefeated teams in the NRL. With the Warriors getting up in that match 20 points to 12. It was a well played match all round, in my opinion. I liked the way it was played. I was at Dead Saint Saviour's house watching this match, tuned in for the second half. Yeah, I liked the way it was played. The next game we had Brisbane 20 losing to the Storm 34. Billy Slater scored a field goal try, if that's what you want to call it. He even said it was a no try, so biasm. If he said it was no try, the Billy Slater admitted that he knocked that on, and the referee's like, "No, mate. If a legend like him is gonna go, mate, I haven't scored it, don't you think you'd agree with him?" The next game played on the Central Coast was the Rabbitohs 42 smashing the Raiders 22. Well, I can't really say thrashing because the thrashing is coming up later, but yeah, 42-22. Today I heard that Greg Inglis was going to leave the rugby league when he was injured. So good that he came back, because I don't mind GI as a player all round. The next game we had the Tigers 20 losing to Knights 22 on the siren. Is Newcastle season's over? Mitchell Pearce is gone for 10 to 16 weeks with a pectoral tear. Obviously, it wasn't needed. Jamie Buhrer slotted into the halves, putting a beautiful kick in for Kenny Dale to score and win his side the match. Played at Scully Park, Tamworth. Yeah. The sixth game was the Cowboys 26 defeating the Titans 14. I was stupid enough to tip the Titans in this game. I have absolutely no flipping idea why. Yeah. John Asiata also has a pec tear, but he's not as big as Mitchell Pearce. The next game we have an absolute thrashing. Parramatta Eels 44. Yes, that's right, Parramatta 44 against the Seagulls 10. Oh, by the way, I know you're gonna watch this. Connor, oh, I can't believe you tipped Para again. That's why I tipped Para, buddy. That was a good game. You can't spell dickhead without DCE. Big crisis over DCE getting fined 10 grand for his fight over Jackson Hastings. Would have Hastings made a difference in that match? But yeah, it's like, oh, when DCE put a ball down on the floor, and me and all my mates were like, Hastings wouldn't have done that, moron. But yeah, Eels, their first win of the year. Clint Gutherson has also been named co-captain of the Parramatta Eels, which I think is a great inclusion. And the last game, we have the Cronulla Sharks 26 defeating Penrith 22. I tipped Penrith. I was wrong. Oh, we all make mistakes, but yeah, Sharkies played alright in that game. Moving on to round 8, which is Anzac Day round. The first game, we have the Dragons home to the Roosters. Bullshit, they're home. It's played at Allianz. That's the Roosters' home ground. I'll be at that game today. It's one of my favourite games of the year. One of my favourite rounds of the year. I'm confident. Dragons coming off a loss. Roosters coming off a win, but it was only 6 points, so that's not much. But I've got the Roosters. The next Anzac Day game, played on Wednesday, played today, was the Storm and the Warriors. I've got the Storm in this game for obvious reasons, because they didn't have a good start, but their players have finally gelled together and they've got a good side. This next game played on Thursday the 26th of April is the Rabbitohs versus the Brisbane Broncos. I'm tipping the Rabbitohs in this match. You don't expect me to tip the Rabbitohs that often, but I've tipped the Rabbitohs. Yeah, because they came off a good win against the Raiders. Yeah. And the next game we've got Seagulls home to the Knights. I'm tipping the Seagulls. Connor Watson's coming back in good timing because Mitchell Pearce is out. But that still won't be enough. Seagulls to get the win. The next Friday night game, we have the Panthers home to the Bulldogs. I've got Penrith. Simple as that. I've just got Penrith because I feel like they were unlucky not to win last week. Yeah. The next game, we've got the Titans home to the Sharks. And I finally think Titans are playing at home the first time in a while because of having the Commonwealth Games played on the Gold Coast, that they haven't been playing at home because the Rugby Sevens have been played there. Sorry, I'm tired, guys. I know this isn't an excuse. 8 hours at work. But yeah, I'm just loading it up. It's taking its time. As you can see, I'm in Flames Fortress, so the internet isn't that good down here. I'm pretty sure they're at yeah, I have one bar, but it's not loading anything. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're playing at home. I've got the Sharkies in this game. Up, Cronulla, the boys in the black, white and blue. Next game on Saturday, the second of the Saturday games, we have the Cowboys home to the Raiders. I've got the Cowboys. Yes, Asiata with a back tear, but Asiata's not much really, if you think about it in the long run. Yeah, I've got the Cowboys. And to round out round 8 of the National Rugby League, we have Eels home to the Tigers. I'm backing the Eels again to come back and perform very well against the Tigers. Second time they've played the Tigers in a matter of 8 rounds. It's bloody ridiculous, but yeah. just to recap, I've got the Roosters, I've got the Storm, I've got the Rabbitohs, Seagulls and Penrith, Sharkies, Cowboys and Eels. Have a good week, guys. I'll see you next week for another episode of Flames Footy Chat. Jenko Flames. I'm not out just yet. Just realised something. I was thinking about getting shirts. Jenko Flames shirts. At the moment I'm not wearing a Jenko Flames shirt. I'm wearing a Black Tap Rover Crew shirt. Also, you guys should get the Rovers, it's a great idea. Great to get away from, get out of the house for a couple of hours. Rovers do stuff. We have great fun. I'm gonna get probably Jenko Flame snapbacks. I'll put what the hat will look like. If you want one, just inbox me and I'll work out some sort of payment, but it looks pretty good. I'll just quickly bring the photo up so I can explain it. We've got an orange brim, orange cap, black over the top, or white riding across. So I think it looks pretty good, but it could just be me. So yeah, that's all for this week. Have a good one. I'll see you all next week. Jenko Flames out.